barigire omu biro bikuru nangwa n'omukujaguza okutaha omwaka enamba egi ekeyongera kandi barigayo n'okweyongera barigayo n'okuba 7,592 aha hona niho yarigayo n'okugira ngu bwahatiya enamba egi ebiire mpango munonga okwetorora omu bihome kandi obwe ebihome byine omwanya mukye gw'okubaasa kuguma nigubiika abantu ningashi nigugira abasibe ekyakugira ngu eki niija kuba enshonga mpango kandi hona ey'oburemezi aha saidi ningashi omu sekita egyo ey'ebyo ebihome niyo yarigayo n'okweta bona bikirikukwataho okureka kuguma nibakora emishango ningashi za fayiro ezikutwarwa omu kooti okurugayo zikakorwaho mangu okugira ngu abamwe barekurwe kandi enamba ibaase kukyendera.
Naffe bannamawulire n'abasirikale ab'ekitongole eky'amakomera kuba nti omwaka twayitamu bulungi. Olwaleero tulina abasibe abasalire 3,962 abakyareremba n'emisango bali 3,755 ab'amabanja bali 435 omugate gye 7,572 mujjukira nali wano mu Desemba nga abasibe be twalina gyali 7,600 kati olaba tugenze 7,700 kitegeeza nti mu Christmas waliwo abateeyisa bulungi era ne baba tuleetera tukyeyongera okubakuuma. Biki bye tulaba bye twayitamu omwaka oguwedde nti omujjuzo gwali ku pasenti ya 262.8 ekitegi ekirungi ekitegeeza nti awalina okusula omusibe omu twasuzaawo abasibe kumpi 4 era tulina okulwanyisa omujjuzo guno kulaba nga gukendeera. Nti mpozi ekirala kwalimana abakyareremba n'emisango bamala bbanga ki ab'obusango obutono abandi badde constitution etuga semateeka egamba nti bandi badde bamalawo emyezi 2 twagenze okulabya okutwaliza wamu average ng'eri myezi 2 emyezi 2 okay kumpi egigenda mu 3 aba emisango egyannagomola yandibadde omwaka gumu n'ekitundu tuze nga wetutuusaawo ku mwaka gumu n'ekitundu naye mulimu abayitamu naddala abo abe bakomitize mu high court abo bo bayitamu walimu n'abaweza emyaka 3 4 mpozi n'ekirala mu kooti bwe twagenda kubala mu ripoota yaffe netulaga nti buli lunaku bwe twagendanga mu kooti nga twasobola kuba nti tutwala abasibe 1,602 nga batwalibwa mu kooti buli lunaku. Kusinziira ku management omutindo ogw'ensi yonna gugamba nti omusirikale omu yandibadde akuuma abasibe 3 naye wano bwe tuba nga tulaba twasigala tuli ku musirikale omu ng'abalirwa abasibe 7 kitegeeza nti tulina okwongeramuko ku maanyi kwongera ku namba y'abasirikale kuba nti tukola balance okuddamu abamaze okuba nti bayita mu mikono gyaffe nga bamaze okubangulwa ne bafuluma ate ne baddamu ne bakola ebikolobero ne bakomawo tuli ku bitundu 14 ku 100 nti abasibe 1,000 betuyisizaamu mu ngalo zaffe 14 be bakomawo 96 tebakomawo ogwo guba mulimu mulungi ogw'abasirikale ab'ekitongole ky'amakomera kyebakola era omugatte abasibe abawere 5,000 baganyulwamu mu programu zaffe eza rehabilitation. Nzize kulabula kiwandiiko ekyetoolodde ku mikutu egiwere egya social media n'abantu bakuba amasimu ne bagamba nti balina foomu naye foomu zino zigula 5,000 era abakankubira amasimu basukana mu 1,000 nga bagamba nti banoonya mirimu naye ekipapula kino twakikozesa emyaka 2 egiwedde nga tugenda okulukurutinga abasibe kati abasirikale kati abali mu field abakola ate ono ye yakikola na bulungi yasooka najjako ennaku z'omwezi toyinza kumanya kyaddi oba kya mwaka ki tekiriiko na signature toyinza kumanya ani era tekyava waffe ono yakwata ekipapula ekyetwakozesa luli najjako byajjako n'atandika okukunganya sente mu bantu. Ekitongole ekyamakomera tekinaba kwetegeka kuba nti kiri ku ruutinga oba kunoonya abakola emirimu gy'ekitongole. So bwe tubanga ekiseera kituuse tujja kujja wano tubabuulire era mu mikutu egy'enjawulo radio TV nga bwe kyetaagisa naye kino ekipapula kyabafere era bw'ona kigoberera n'anaakusaba ssente manya nti gwe bakubbye bubbi. Kyokubiri njagala bakakasa nti emirimu gya gavumenti tebagisasulira. Bw'oba emirimu gya gavumenti bakoze advert kiba kitegeeza gwe ekyolina okulaga bwe qualifications z'olina kuba nti okolofayinga kuba nti okola omulimu ogwo tewaliwo ssente. Oli akusaba ssente nti yakuwa efoomu oyo mufere era nawe bw'onaazimuwa oba okoze bwa Red Cross n'odonatinga ate tebamala kukuba n'odda n'otandika kunoonya ate esimu entuufu ezaffe n'otukubira nti ate recruitment ifoomu nga sigiraba. Si bwe tutyo si bwe tukola. Mwebala okumpuliriza.
Za asimwe ahawa GNTV AGARIKWOTSYA.
Abahinzi b'ebikwijo omuyangeri ya Uganda barwe basakwana babugana n'akakiiko akishenjero okugira ngo bagamba nshonga ayiteeka ry'ebikwijo era babateriireho nibagira ngu iteeka eri nerubanyikiriza bonka abahingi ngo kandi nangwa ryongerera n'okurubatirira obugabe bwabo ngwekiri kubareetera obutayambe bwamu okutunga akasente omu bikwijo byabo. Reka tubirebe.
The way things have been moving to remain the way it is. Otherwise, this new bill is basically to suffocate the regions that are trying to come out of the poverty. Mr. Chairman, Busoga is one of those regions that are currently being affected with absolute poverty. This is the only crop currently we have. We ask government to kindly leave this industry for us. I beg.
Abahingi b'ebikwinjo kuruga omu kyange kya Bunyoro hona nangwa n'ekya Busoga barjeho bandi izo aryanyuma bazyo babugana n'akakiiko k'ishenjero akarakushunanizibwa by'amaguzi ningashiho mu karima ka sere ako kubasa kweta Committee of Parliament on Trade kandi barigayo no kuganira hanshonga nyamwingi batiriho no kuganira hiteka ero kumanya nkeri ya Sugarcane Amendment Bill y'umwaka gwa 2024.
That the same scenario is talking about happening in Bujiri district. The farmers of Bujiri used to take all their sugar canes to mine. But with the coming up of Bujiri sugar factory, issues of licenses, issues of lining up, issues of waiting, all ended, came to running, transportation. You go there, it is cash on delivery. And farmers are very
Okurigira abashubuzaba banjere kwicaruzana n'iteke rohondije bwa hati bakugira ngo iteke ryo hona tirino bujunanizo bwa abahingi nabo bona baruguze bikwinjo bari kugira ngo iteke rubaterera munonga kandi rubaterera obugabe bwabo nk'abahingi.
When we are looking at these issues, some of the stakeholders will not come from a particular region, but the product and the income that comes from these products serve all the people of Uganda. And that's why we have to be objective. I want first to go to this document by Renta Busoga. I was interested in this research that has been a comparative research which looks at South Africa, Tanzania, Mauritius. I was wondering, why did you leave out Kenya, which is one of our competitors? We are aware Kenya is rising, importing.
abingi bargiye no kugira ngo bwahatiya obushonshorekye butirwe mu iteka eryo n'obushonshorekye bibe munonga kandi hona buriho mbuhindura n'obwebembezi bw'ababona barikujaniza obw'abukiiko bw'abaguzi b'ebikwijo munda mu ihanga rya Uganda kandi bakugira ngo nibihwaho n'omushoro mwingi.
The globe has moved away from agricultural revolution to industrial revolution, and we are now looking towards artificial intelligence. Now it perturbs me that we as a country we're still thinking of small jaggery mills, and yet the globe is moving forward. And you want that to be removed from the legislation. What impact do you think the small jaggery mills have in the economy and the industrialization of the sugar industry that you think it should be removed away? Second, to Greater Basoga. I think that is Greater Basoga. Thank you so much for your comments. I have two for you and one for you. It's about the amendment on clause 4 composition of the board. The two are conflicting, and this agrees to the earlier submission that your submission does not necessarily represent the views of all millers, and that we got it. And therefore, Chair, I think those who agreed to his submission need to sign on and will get it. I'm glad Professor made mention of it. We as a country, we are against monopoly. I wanted to inquire through you, what are the interests that the farmers think they have in controlling the Sugar Council that you really want to share with us, that it can develop the farmers in this country and will improve on our sugar productivity, because the country needs equity. The last one to you is on cane poaching. I think this has come everywhere. We've heard that you farmers, you do not honor your contractual obligations to the mill. Whether it is a contracted farmer or any other farmer who is not. And this has led this country into new industries and mills coming up. You sign a contract with the mill X, because mill Y has come up with a big offer, you do not honor that contractual obligation. And many of you are victims of that. And that is why, in my opinion, you are saying this country is a liberalized country and the prices should not be controlled and all this stuff. What do you think will happen with any other association if farmers, you do not honor your contractual obligations? Not only in the sugar industry, even these cuts are crossed, but I needed your input on that. How do we do that? The last one to you is on the co-funding. I thought
omunyishengero kukikirira abantu bambarire amashuma honorable mpaka hona nawe argiye no kugira ngo bwahati abashobozi b'ebikwinjo berarikiriraho itekere rohondi yenda kushora kandi hona argiye no kugira ngo itekere ryashwire hona nibija kukora iki cyone kikwetagisa ukureba ngo abashobozi b'ebikwinjo baganyurwamo.
First of all, the farmers are very few on that council. The composition talks about 4 members from the farmers side, 3 permanent secretaries or their representatives. The mayors have the same number, equal number with the farmers. This bill would have been basically to address the interests of the farmers. But on the look of things, I think it is basically looking at how best the government can manipulate the farmers. Mr. Chairman, if you look at the issue of the formula that is being introduced to determine the prices, we're in a free market economy where we expect that demand and supply should determine the prices. It is the only product I'm seeing where prices are going to be regulated by government. Mr. Chairman, just to give you a brief background of this industry, Recently we had
twareba regions zitakwikirizana nkeya bunyoro negira ngu bo tubakwenda formula ya busoga nibanyangu nibenda formula forces za demand na supply zenzo za sharame bei so twenda kwanza twakitegereza abwachi government ya resi formula abwacha mahanga nkaza Mauritius zikosa formula yane ekora abwachi takugikosa mfumo determining bei yamate nko kudetermininga bei yebindi byona because formula ejini bagira ngu nareta naguze bikije oshemerwa no shashura fertilizer kuza kuyomba bikije amashanyarazi kuza kuyomba bikije molasses zo kuza kuyomba bikije itarushikari yonga so ibintu byo tukwenda kubanza twayetegereza gukora amateka garuza kuyamba abana Uganda na economy yitu
Kamuli Sugar fetuze wano lwaleero okubuulira the trade committee nti one ng'abalimi abali e Kamuli n'ejjinja tetwagala kye bayita zone. Ekirala mu sugar bill mulimu akubeera nti twagala namba y'abalimi eyongereko to 7 okusinga gye baateekamu because we are the majority. Ekirala obuyinza bwa minisita bwetugamba nti minisita abeere ne powers okwapointinga the council members and the chairperson kiba kitegeeza ayinza okulonda n'omuntu nga si mulimi kwe kugamba nti tetwagala ebyo. Ekirala ku ekyo mu sugar amendment eyo mulimu okubeera nti baateekamu formula. There is no crop, tewali kirime kyonna mu Uganda kyebagula nga kisinziira ku formula. Kati twagala tubeere ku demand supply nga mu koko, emmwanyi, ebijanjaalo n'ekirala. Kati ffenna ng'abakulembeze tusazeewo our position egamba nti tubeere ku demand and supply.
Tuheyo Ronald ahabwa GNTV AGARIKWOTSYA.
Erizoba ababulizi b'enjiri rwangano akorwa omuyanga erya Congo hamwe na Burundi babasa kwanu bakirwa omwana omurembo rwambara kandi abayakirwa omureberezi Silas Tayibwa kandi yuke ngunuwe omureberezi w'amakanisa g'abarokore omucyange cyankore yagira ngo yashimirwa kurenga nabo bija kucyano bija kubana bamwegitaho okuburira ikigambo cyarahanga no kuhindura amagara g'abantu katubirebe
ko mulingo gumwe gwo kongera amani hamwe n'ekitinisa cya Ruhanga omunjiri ya Yesu Kristo mukama witu omihanga area Uganda abekitongore echa ICCU echi nicha International Christian Community in Uganda kandaba naba pastor hamwe n'abalisa ba mukama Ruhanga abarukurga omahanga gaheru abizire kubura enjiri kandi nono kwereka ekitinisa cya Ruhanga omihanga area Uganda mbwenaba obwiro bubari omushweka echa ankore kandi bariyo nibaronda ba pastor abakurga omahanga gaheru okugira ngo bakamanyana bongera kuteka mani omunjiri ya Yesu.
We are glad to be today in the Ankole region where we have been coming to mobilize all our ICCU churches, that is the international community, and we don't want to call them foreigner churches, but that's how they are. We have come to mobilize them so that they can register themselves in the congregation, because it is quite hard possible to work with someone when you don't know him. In the nation, we want that we can organize all the churches to register and to be known. And then we want to mobilize to know all the churches and the senior pastors. We need also to know how many pastors exactly do we have in the nation, so that we not be working without knowing each other. And we thank God for the government who have provided this peace and freedom to worship and praise in this nation as the foreigner pastors, but we call our programs ICCU, which is the International Christian Community in Uganda, instead to call them foreigner churches.
Mbwenu kutoa bantu gambaho na Pastor Reverend Julius Kinga Jure yargayo no kusobora ekigenderwa ekibaresero mu ihanga rya Uganda na Munonga omuchweka echa Ankole region.
We'll be also able to know how many churches are planted here, and we'll guide them to register with the government. As the Ankole region will be the same, but we'll want to get that the people will feel family, will be in the one family, because we have one kingdom, we are working for one unique God. So we will not be fearing or feeling that we are foreigners or the other people's side, but we will be in one platform. That is, I think it will be a really good benefit. So we will be able to bring order in how we plant churches and to know who is who.
Kandi we Bishop Louis Sokoni Chibonge na uyargayo yatsobora obwarugamba omurumi rw'Ekiswahili ngunasima ba Bishop ba Western Uganda hamwe na Bishop Cyrus Tayebwa ogwarukwebembera makanisa gona agayikirokore omuchweka echa Ankole abo kubarambuza kandi nangwa bakabakira omuchweka echa Ankole.
Kwani jana siku ya Mungu tulikuwa na watumishi ya Mungu walitoka kubona again kwenda kutusapoti kuleta heshima na Mungu wetu. Kwa hiyo ceremony ilipita siku ya jana. Nilitembea na delegation, nilitembea na mke wangu ambaye ameitwa Chantal Uchu Tokolo Lewisa, nimetembea na mtoto yangu ameitwa Aurélie Sokoni Kibonge, nimetembea pia na charge de protocole Reverend Balambala, nimetembea na charge ya finance ameitwa Apotre Musa Musoda, nimetembea na charge d'evangelisation ameitwa Pasteur Julien Kinja. Hawa wote tulienda kuzuria kwa hiyo mkutano juu ya kushimika hiyo kamati ya mpya hapo na Kivale.
Bishop Louis yagumiza muno kusima President w'ihanga rya Uganda His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni abo kubahereza akagisa aho kwiza kuburenjiri omihanga rya Uganda.
Asante kwa yote, na wakati tumefika tumekutana na huyu anashimamia ambaye tunaita overseer Bishop Cyrus, iko hapa mu region ya ambaye tumemkuta iko natumika kazi. Tunasema asante kwa kazi kubwa mnaendelea kutenda mali hapa Mbarara. Alors kwa yote tunainua jina la Yesu Kristo.
Kanwe Bishop Dr. Cyrus Tayebwa ogunwako wembera makanisa gona ga King of Kings Ministries omihanga area Uganda hamwe na Heru, kandi nuwo mwe orukurebera makanisa gona g'Ekirokore ahabwe chweka echa Ankole region yargayo no kwakira abantu aba abakurwa mahanga gaheru kuburenjiri ya Ruhanga omihanga ya Uganda nguyabakira bahure bahumire ngo bamusanga omuri Ankole bareke ko hazo mutima ngo kubana bishemwe.
Thank you so much. This day we are so grateful and honored to host the Minister of International Community Christians in Uganda here in Mbarara. He has been on a tour, he has been moving around, but this is so powerful and great day that we are receiving you here in Mbarara, and I'm sure you have moved around, you have seen many international communities that are here, and we are so grateful to welcome you here to also to introduce the cabinet you have, people you are working with. Make sure that all communities that are not Ugandans that are here in Mbarara, they are all represented, and you are most welcome, Honorable Julius. And I am so grateful to welcome you in Ankole. Ankole has many communities that are from different countries, and as you have come, I'm sure so many things will be sorted out and so many things will be done, and I'm grateful. This is what government have been looking for, to make sure that we sort out ourselves, to see that this nation lives at peace with all other foreign communities that are here. And now that you have been elected, you are in the office, I believe you have a good program to make sure that these communities are fully represented and sorted out, and all programs that have been affecting the government and other people is sorted. So, welcome. Tell us the program.
Habwa Gntv AGARIKWOTSYA ndikirinto nahabwe district yambar
hakorwa muri shema ibimenyetso cyabirwe kwejumbera okora imikorese mikono yabo ngweje njotirije kwanci bayamba okurenga bayitungura hebyona begambirwe chairman w'entebe ya kashatu habwa division ya Shema Central omurteraniro ibimenyetso ahakanisa King of Kings Church Kaboy katubirebe
kabekariya kari amashomero akandi hona no kugurikeza nangwa no kuzinira rahanga omurterano rumazerena kwibiri obwo abantu barkweshongorera rahanga kandi bakumuhimbisa ahakanisa ku manke yakabwo he King of Kings ejere kushanga municipal eya Shema. Orteraniro na kwibiro hona orubertebekanisiibwe ekanisa yakabwo he King of Kings erikwebemberwa Pastor Elson Sprenda kandi hono ngo nabwo kwija kakora nkamukuru w'abarisa ahabwa Shema municipality hona rigereyo kandi hona rwahwa bwanyuma y'abantu okurigayo bakashaba bakajunwa kandi hona bakahimsa rahanga nangwa bakamuramya kwari umurungi kwaboneye. Ebintu nyamwingi hona bikozurwe ahabe harimo kweshongora ukhimbisa kandi nangwa no kurira ikigambo cya rahanga omurterano kandi minyeto niye singire kurwejumberamo abo bari kubashaba nangwa no kubashabira kwabasa kutunguka kandi nabo bakakoresa amana gabo okureba ngo babasa kutunga ebyo byonna ibakubana benda abo bari kushaba nangwa bari kwikiririza mu rahanga.
Esasi para kigambo oyamuchandinge banga mukamazire eri akoze zingai ikumi na mukaga ikumi na zingai mukamazire ogora mushisha omusirikare owale na kume chome bakambatsanye chiro agakiciro kuyikiriza ati bamutwara mu chiro mwina bamuruka rekai babatiza immediately. Whether I change you, but we are ready. Wanji, omutra na waswariari. Aho naho yamara kwicheza mutamusiria yo ngumarse amezana ngubona kubara khireba binji babatsubi mukamasi nobora aboryo umwe patubatizobe. Esa si ito turhachimbu
amukuganiraho na Pastor Sprenda Elson hono gorwebembere kansejo hargereyo no kusima buri omo wene basize kwija kubakwataraho omurterano kandi nangwa rukaba oramani rwengoga kandi nangwa no robusinje obero rumazire nangwa yongire no kusima abo bona abargeyo bakamukwataraho nangwa nabo bona abargereyo bakateka mu cyabo okugira ngo ruterano rubase kugenda mu misho rwekitinisa kandi robusinje
twasima ruhanga ahabwe minyeto twakoresha iterane cy'uka pastors twena abashema municipality pastors municipality abukwe bembera nka overseer wa municipality twena hamwe simanimba sima okuhoriza minyeto okuba okuza ombumwe twabatiza abantu makumyana ahakabwohe omumizi omwizina Yesu Kristo abataha omiganya Kristo omukitera neki twashomesa abana okukora abahereze kushoma kugira ngo umuntu agenda kore twakora workshops z'abantu abakora twakora workshops z'abasiniya twashomesa abasiniya okubara singura ishomero bakareba ngo basingura ife businiya bagama baje no musiniya twashomesa eminyeto eyagiro mu bushwere ijyo twashomesa yazabuteka sezima nsima ruhanga buzima abwe shiteyaneki kandi nsima Gntv buzima abukija kabwohe ja municipality okavaringa omukoro gwitu tutekishibasha basima nsima ruhanga abwa bishop gwitu kandi overseer uwabarokore bona aba ankole region oundi hansiye nka overseer municipality so mukaba baho mu cyamazima mwana businge tubakunda ruhanga agumeni
omugenyi hona abasize kushika mukoro gukanda ryo mwebembezi owentebe ya kashatu ahabwa division erikumanya ka yashema central kasigariraho Moses ninga shobingi beta bishweko nawe mu kuganira no munyamakuru witu hona arjye no kugira ngo omurumo gwege no kuterra aminyeto murango kurgayo bakakosa mani kandi nangwa bakamanya ngo ukora noho ubwiga bukorga obwe barukushaba ayongeye no kugira ngo abebembezi binegumana baterra abantu mbonango butosha buri bagumamba ko makanisa kandi kinjije ko bayambaho abantu babo okosa mani
zonyo ngo mwebembezi ngenda kubahabura kugira ngo abantu takahugiro mu kushaba ibyamagero tushabe turukora akobiro buturu muno gukora nawe ruhanga nahereze migisha ibyo mikono yibyo kozere so ngwe n'abantu mbahabura gukora na no kushaba kandi ruhanga nakuba icyo washaba ndane cyo gukora yene kindi ne twate n'abana babishiki batarikire kushwara kubi bazwara busha kandi barya bo kristayo so nimba habura ngo mwebembezi kugira ngo abana muzahamaramwa mugarukamaramwa muzwareje muzumukanisa mukuratara bazire banyu bwe muzaha byito byakare yene cyo baretero kuraje nyese yamba bakazo mu gasho beba minister beba Eurosiri beba ya pastor wa Eurosiri jwara busha kine kirabate kinoni je to kujabura mureke kujabura mukure mwiza kushwerwa n'umugye mushebe famurire so bwenu ikwenda kuzahare munonga nebyo kugira ngo nabanye nababana imwa baryo mu cyaceje menge shwa ngo ni mwabe cyo kurebera mureke kufumura abana banyu amatu batakakize myaka mureke kuhabura abana banyu twara kubi icyo nyubwe ni Rwanda nacu akube cyo nkiza kiretera abana bahendera bagire koro mabara kandi koro mbara sibe kibasa kuyambeka kugira ngo yerge ubworo dena basigazi nabo doshanga umwe bazwire mpare ngo do balance tekuza kuba yamba basigazi umwe kwase kigambo cya ruhanga ushwareje mushome umuraheze kukura nimuzakora imusheme kwa mukozere rero ihangana igendo mishu mwebane
hono tera no rukwa aha muhero abantu enkuyanja bargireyo kandi hona bajunwa nuko kurgaye bakikiriza Yesu ko ari umujuno w'amagaragabo bate bakibiko mizi kandi bakikiriza ngo bajunwa
agamizi nagamukama gebicere gemuzumu tugaba bakama bago nagamukama tugabongera mukama tugeza baze kumaza mwarango yire tugeza tusanga Yesu Kristo ko mwizese yama turangirira omugisha ahamiza ntugeza ushobora kuzungana Yesu twagene babaza amarahanga ze ahawazwana mukama awazwana mukama turangira umwe ashume igurura ikikinguce yababazarahanga zishume ahamagara gabona arazomizo mukama himbisibwe izabe rutariyeba mukama bamba mukama bazarga busya ebe happy birthday yabo moyo in Jesus name tugirengu warga usikira gende hindre myenda
Scovia Nyangoma Diza Asimwe ahabwa Gntv omu district ya Shema
Abaziri mu district y'Ibanda bashabure kukuriza abana babo muri mukama bakiri bato ngwegwe barabasirwe kuri abine mcemirunje byona begamberwe ori umureberezi wa North West Ankore Diocese Ogwen Right Reverend Bishop Amos Magesi
Oryo mureberezi obwa North West Ankole Diocese Western Right Reverend Amos Magezi yargayo kandi no kwiga hamwe no kusaba abazire bona hamwe na nabo abakebezi omukanisa hamwe n'abembezi bedini bona mebareke abana bato bije aharuhanga kandi babakurize omudini babegese n'ebyidini hamwe no kubakuriza omukanisa Bishop Amos Magezi yargayo no kubishomesa abazire bona abarukusangwa omurebezi bwa Northwestern Kole Diocese omuli Banda District oba bari kitebe kikuru ekyobereberezo bwe nubwo bumwe ahari cyubura mu district eyibanda omu conference ningashi oruterane orw'abazire bona obwo baherize kurga omuruterane orw'eminyeto narishi abana bato aha kanise John yemwe.
Jesus Christ cares about children.
Yesu nafaka abana.
By the way, the understanding of children, we need to know that God does not have grandchildren, God has children. So whether you are 90 years old, you are a child in the eyes of God. Whether you are 2 years old, you are a child in the eyes of God. Some children are bigger. No, they are older. But other children are younger. But we are all God's children. If you are following Jesus Christ, you are a child of God. Because remember John chapter 1 verses 9 and 10. Those who received him, those who embraced him, he gave the right to be the children of God. If you are called by his name, you are a child of God. Praise the Lord. For him because you are his child. Parents, please make sure you bring children to Jesus Christ. But let me tell you the sad thing. The disciples rebuked those who brought those children. The disciples, those who were close to Jesus Christ, they are the ones who chased the children away. And Jesus Christ is watching.
Bishop Amos Magezi yargayo nangwa no kushobora abazire bona hamwe na nabo abakebezi mu kanisa abebembezi bedini nguranga tayine bizukuru narshi abizukuriza ngukonka ainabana nubwako ine myaka igana no banoshana nogwe aine okwezi kumwe umwene ruhanga na kwata abantu bona abinganiza omukiti kimwe nokwe kubeta abana barhanga ngumbweno wagumano binga abana omukanisa nguno bano yitanye nsya y'abana bo kwe kurgayo akahereza ecyo kweberaho ekishabareberezi ya Bishop Stephen Kazimba Mugaru obwatwara abembezi bekanisa bacyakiwe deni ningashi abakebezi akaza kubashomesha okuba kubasa kurebera abana nangwa no kubarundanira omukanisa yarhanga.
Leaders of the church, church wardens, don't chase away children. The Archbishop Kazimba, when he was the Bishop of Mitiana, he took the wardens, the church wardens, to the Sunday school for children so that he would show them how children think about them. So when he reached there, he asked children, children, do you know these people I brought to you? The children said yes. We know them, they are wooden. Just know that Jesus Christ cares about children. Because he wants to bless them. May God help us to know that Jesus Christ cares about children. Because he knows that the devil hates children and wants them to die. There are two examples in the Bible. That is the work of the devil. How much he wants children to die. Is it not being the is it not the same today? if we chase away children from God's presence, we are killing them. Because the devil is outside, he's waiting for them.
Right Reverend Amosi Majezi yargeyo no kusaba abembezi bedini abachebezi hamwe nabo abarukuzunanizwa by'abana bato omukanisa yarhanga okujangu barundane abana babarete omisho garhanga kandi babarebere ngwa kubarhanga nabenda omukamabwe obumwiguru.
And so leaders of the church, you are in the hands of Jesus Christ. Care for God's children. Care for Jesus Christ's children. Because he wants them. They are able to sustain the church. 10 years from today, they are the ones who will be seen. Let me advise the wardens. When you are ushering people in the church building, make sure you put the elders close to the door. Because they don't have a lot of energy to walk through the aisle. When the service ends, they want to go out. So if they are seated near the door, they will walk out. But also in the middle of the service, some of them want to go out to use the bathroom. So if they are seated close to the door, they will find it easy to walk out. But the children should be ushered in front, so that they can be close to the altar. They can attend to, they can be able to hear what the preacher is saying, so that they can admire the leaders, so that in the future they can as well be like the ones who are in the church. So just know that Jesus Christ cares about them, especially the children. When he was telling Simon Peter, do you love me more than this? When Simon Peter said yes, he said, feed my lambs.
Ahabwa Gntv AGARIKWOTSYA ndi Clinton nawe district y'Ibanda.
Wabale mnonga Clinton agongoto abatweniro mu abaziyogo nandi EVAS AKANKWASA murare kurungi.
Up next on Gntv.